All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the pre-market Pulse Wave Report Sunday edition. Today is Sunday, April the 24th, 2022. We got about an hour to go until the opening bell, which starts the Monday trading session. That's right, Monday's trading session for futures, forex, and crypto commences at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time today. All right, so I'm not going to bore you with all the news and things that have come out over the weekend from Friday. You're already quite aware of it, but there may be some things that you are not privy to. All right, so it's been brought to my attention that on the sneak tip, on the quiet tip, on the DL, keeping it under the radar. Are y'all ready for this? Can you keep a secret? Can you keep a secret? Keep it to yourself. Shh. Can you do that? All right, tell you what, I'm gonna hook you up. All right, I'm gonna hook you up with how they say it, the tea. This is economy tea. All right, so it tastes different than gossip tea. This is economy tea. This is affecting where you live tea. This is, we are in trouble tea. All right. Okay, so word on the street is that Wells Fargo has just fired 550 mortgage processors. And this came on the morning of April the 22nd. I have to tell you, a move like that on a Friday means that they know something. So let's just rest here for a moment. Let's just sip the tea nice and slow. Let's enjoy this tea. All right. So, for those of you who have been with this channel for the past decade or so, you know that we have been on YouTube here for over a decade, going on 12 years now. All right. And throughout that time, I have told you numerous stories, things of that nature. And so, for those that this may be kind of old hat for you, just sit back and relax and enjoy anyway, because I'm going to add some things that you probably don't remember. So I'm going to expose something to you. All right. So first of all, I can only speak about Wells Fargo. I cannot speak about any other bank on this particular issue. And that's because I had some dealings with Wells Fargo in the past. So I can tell you there was a time where I had a short stint there. And I can tell you straight up that Wells Fargo is smart. Wells Fargo is in the know. For those that are unaware of this factoid, at one point, Wells Fargo was considering becoming a central bank. They'd even talked about, if not taking over the Fed, but working, side by side with the Fed as a separate institution, but part of the Fed, Federal Reserve. That's right. That was something that was talked about and thrown around back in the day, because Wells Fargo was sitting on so much dough, so much money, that they didn't know what to do with it. So when I hear something like this, them laying off 500 mortgage processors, let's take a look at what that really means. Let's look down the rabbit hole for a minute. Wells Fargo is what you would call a vanilla type of a company, a vanilla bank. They only deal with A paper. That's their specialty. All right. A paper, good credit, 720 FICO scores and above. All right. 780 and above, they roll out the red carpet for you. All right. 720 gets your foot in the door. That's just their clientele. That's how they always have done business. They really didn't do, much subprime, if any. The only time they dipped their toe in that, and not really, just a small little investment, was during the big old mortgage bubble that popped in '08. So they knew what they were doing. And I have to tell you, they have some of the smartest people and the best economists and things of that nature working for them. They're not some little slack company. They've been around for over, 150 years now. I know they were established back in the late 1800s, I believe, or mid 1800s. So they go way back. And like I say, they only employ the best and the brightest. Now, for those that don't know what a mortgage processor is, okay, so you recall I had my own mortgage company back in the day, and a mortgage processor would be we call them loan processors. Their job primarily was pretty much to do all the heavy lifting for the loan officer. So they would make sure all the docs came in, they got all the bank statements and all that good stuff. They made sure title was done, and they handle all of that, all of that stuff, all the paperwork. All right, they were not a dime a dozen. I'll tell you that right now. A good loan processor could mean the difference between you making six figures and making no figures. All right, a good loan processor was worth their weight in gold. So you can't have a loan without a loan processor. For those that were independent like myself, you had to have that back office. You had to have a loan processor, somebody that could get on the phone and do things for you, make things happen. While you out there, drumming up new business, the loan processor is processing, making sure these loans close on time. There were, ramifications and repercussions when loans didn't close on time. And sometimes you as the loan officer will have to eat that. All right. So loan processors are not a dime a dozen. All right. And it's nothing that it's not like you can go to a college and take a class on being a mortgage processor. No. This is get your hands dirty, on the job training type of thing. Okay. A lot of loan processors go on to become loan officers or realtors, or they go to work in underwriting, become an underwriter or whatever. So it's a really pretty much multiple hands octopus type of job. A lot of processors are also notary publics, so they can get documents notarized right at the closing table. So yeah, they wore a lot of hats. They did a lot. Like I say, a good processor was worth their weight in gold. So for Wells Fargo to say, we're going to let 550 of you go, that's analogous to basically closing down your mortgage division. 550 people is a lot of people. I'm sure that's not out of one office. I'm sure that's pretty much spread throughout their inventory. And it may not sound like a lot, but you don't need a whole lot of people running certain departments, believe it or not. Even in the heyday, you didn't have thousands of people working as processors in one office. Everything was spread out. So 550 is a huge number, very huge number. And if it's coming out of one particular area, then it's problematic. And this source is in New York, not New York City, but New York State. So that's a problem. That's a big problem. So what are you saying, Wells? Are you saying that you have no intentions on giving out any more mortgage loans? So you're not processing any more mortgage applications? So if someone wants to buy a house and have Wells finance it, are you saying that you're taking down your shingles? The office is now closed. If you reach this message during our normal business hours, we're helping other customers on the other line. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you when we feel like it. Beep. That's exactly what you're saying. That's problematic. So The bank isn't lending, but that's how the bank make their money. They make money by lending and by charging astronomical fees for everything. And now they're scaling back mortgage processors. I had to tell you, man, I never heard such a thing. Now, during uh, the housing bubble that popped in '08, really it popped in '07, but the hole got bigger and the air started really seeping out of the balloon in '08. Now then, a lot of people throughout the whole industry lost jobs. I mean, it wasn't just loan processors; it was loan officers, underwriters, some realtors went out of business, independent loan officers went out of business, banks went out of business. The whole industry got tossed up. Builders had to close their doors. Construction people closed their doors. All of that. It was just awful. It was an awful time. So this is kind of reminiscent of yesteryear. All right. What we're talking about happened well over a decade ago, man. It's a long time. And now you're coming and you're laying off 550 mortgage processors, people that are an integral part of the loan process. You cannot get your way to that table, to that signing table, to that closing table without a processor. Somebody got to make sure docs get out, and when they come in, everything is signed on the dotted line and dated like it's supposed to be, and check to make sure all the docs are in, bank statements and W-2s and tax returns and whatever else they're asking for. You got to make sure you got clear title. So the mortgage processor got to parlay with the title company or find out what's going on with that. And you may even have to deal with the realtor a time or two, because they're gonna be calling you, wanting to know what's the holdup, why we can't close today, even though they just gave you the loan 5 minutes ago. So you got a lot to deal with. You got to deal with the appraisers. You got to deal with so many people. A lot of hands touch that mortgage application. It goes through a lot, So for them to get rid of such a key person, that's kind of weird to me. This is analogous, just so you know, this is analogous to McDonald's laying off all the people who make French fries. So we have no fry cooks. You can still get a sandwich, but you may not be able to get any French fries with that sandwich today. That's what this feels like. You can't have a Big Mac without French fries. It's just not done. It's not done. You don't have a Big Mac without fries. That's the first thing you're going to hear is, where my fries at? What's up with my fries? Fries ain't ready yet. What you mean the fries ain't ready yet? Well, we had to let the fry cook go. Why you let the fry? What that got to do with me? I need my French fries, man. I'm hungry. I'm on my lunch break. I only got 35 seconds to get back to my desk. And I figure I can scarf this down while I'm running across the street back to my office. But can I get my fries? Nope. We laid off 550 fry cooks across your state. So no taters skins for the sandwich today, man. Can't have none. Nope. No fish and chips for you today, sir. No. That's what this is. This is crazy. So it means that they don't have any intentions on lending any more money. So if you thought you wanted to go ahead and refinance because it looks like these rates are about to hit 19% by Tuesday, you out of luck. You out of luck. So you're going to walk in the bank and be like, yo, I know you won't give me some money. Why you think we're going to give you some money, sir? Because I got an 850 FICO. Bam, read in a week. Give me my money. And they're going to look at you and be like, well, actually, we would love to help you. And you do have a very nice credit score, but you lack these 3 or 4 things. Okay, I can go get those things for you. Then you bring it back. Okay, yeah, I see that, but we need a special type of form for this type of structure that you're trying to get the loan for. I'm gonna have to send out the appraiser again at your expense in order to get us what we need. Okay. Well, all right. Well, that's done. Now, can we go to closing? Nope. And we still can't give you the loan yet because we haven't seen, all the comparables. The appraiser forgot that he didn't go out far enough. He gave comps for houses that were 500 miles away from your house. So we're going to need him to go back out and do it again. Yeah, but I can't get no valuations within a mile radius in my house because I'm the only house that got 99 bedrooms. Can you hook me up, please? And then Wells Fargo is saying no. Why not? Why can't I got an 850 FICO? I only owe $15 left on my mortgage. That's all I owe. All right, my house is darn near paid off. I just need some money. I need a loan. All right, I'm gonna use the equity of my house. And they saying, you know what? You're right. You do have a very nice house. It's really big too, but it's not big enough. See, we only give loans in your area for 500,000 square feet, and you only have 499,000 square feet. So you're missing the 500,000. Are we going to argue over an inch? Yes, we have to. I'm sorry, it's underwriting. That's what you're going to start hearing when you go to Wells Fargo and try to do business with them moving forward, because they're not trying to give out no more loans. They will find something to give a reason not to give you that loan. I remember this one case I was on. I was trying to get this deal done, and it was the strangest thing. I had never seen it before. The underwriter hadn't seen it before. The processor didn't see it before. And we were scratching our heads like, what kind of foolishness is this? It was some type of thing. It was something they needed, like like with commercial loans, you have to do what is called environmentals. All right, you got to get that done, and that's at least a grip. All right, you're not paying less than $1,000 for that. It's just how it is. But they wanted something. They wanted some kind of letter or something from the municipality about it was weird about the property. I to this day I can't even remember what this weird bureaucratic form. It was like, you need an AH7-491 ABC elemental P form, and it has to be dated within this date and signed by this person, not that person. I mean, it was just really crazy, and we were like, what? And so we almost couldn't close that loan because this document, and we was like, I've never heard of that before. So trust me, they know how to get around things and blow your deals up. All right, before they get to even at the closing table, they'll let you get as far as getting to the loan to the closing table and blow your deal up. Anybody who's worked in the business know what I'm talking about. You right there at the closing table, you can almost taste the money that's about to spill out of that escrow account and into your purse or into your wallet. You're salivating. You're like, yeah, I'm about to get paid. And you getting these back end points too. You was able to get away with a couple of front end points, and now the bank gonna break you off something proper with these back end points that don't even appear on the mortgage application. You're just over here just giddy as all can be. Then all of a sudden that phone ring. Yeah, who is this? It's Wells Fargo Underwriting. Look at here. We're gonna need your client there before you sign them papers. We're gonna need about 10 more grand out of his pocket. He got to bring 10 grand to the table, like right now, within the next 5 minutes, or we're not closing. What you mean extra 10 grand? What you talking? We did everything you asked us to do. Well, I don't understand. Why are you doing this to me? 10 grand or no deal. Goodbye. Yes. Anyone who's been in the business knows exactly what I'm talking about. You have had a deal blow up, explode in your face at the closing table. Yes, it has happened, and it will happen even more now that 550 mortgage processors are being laid off. Now, I believe they're still going to be doing some loans up in this area, but it's going to take you a much longer turnaround time. And I'm sure the quality of the work will suffer because whoever's left, whoever didn't get laid off, is now going to have to do the work of 550 mortgage processors. And I would not be surprised if one little person was in the office by himself dealing with 550 cases, loans that need to be processed and closed, and they don't have no help. Yep, I believe that's coming. So, is it true then? The information we got from the FBI agent back a few months back, y'all remember that? Saying that within the next 2 to 3 years, the American banks were going to go belly up. So, if that is true, is Wells Fargo just cleaning house and getting ready? Are they packing up? Are they packing up? Are they putting all the silverware away? Are they emptying the china cabinet and wrapping the good china and putting it on the moving truck? Are they breaking out? Are they Audi 5000? Are they going north? Are they getting out of Dodge? Is that what they're doing? They moving out in the middle of the night? What's really going on, Wells? And I got to tell you, I noticed something else too. Now, it used to be back in the day anyway, it was uncommon for a McDonald's to close its doors and go out of business. That would be, if you would have told someone 20 years ago, 50 years ago, that a McDonald's would go out of business, one branch would go out of business, you would be laughed. You would be clowned. You would be roasted. They would say you are the most ignorant financial person in the world. You don't know what you're talking about. McDonald's will never go out of business. People will always eat a Big Mac. All right. Now, that's what you would have heard. I would have never have thunk it, but I actually have seen a McDonald's location go out of business. Something you never, ever seen before. You know what else I never saw before either? I never saw a 7-Eleven have to close its doors and go out of business. And the reason being is because 7-Eleven, for those of you old enough to remember, 7-Eleven was your friend. 7-Eleven was that uncle that would let you get away with stuff. You know what I mean? Because stores used to close at 6 p.m. back in the day. If you needed to go anywhere, you had to go there before 6 p.m., even the grocery store, because the doors would be shut and locked. And on a Sunday, nothing was open. No grocery store, no pharmacy, no business whatsoever was open on Sunday. The only place you could go, if you was thirsty and you wanted a Slurpee, you could go call up Uncle 7-Eleven and go get yourself a Slurpee. Go get yourself a big gulp. Go get yourself a little bag of chips and some Annihilators and some squirrel nuts and some atomic fireballs. All right, you could go do all of that. You could do all of that. You could get your Chico sticks. You can get your dipping sticks. All right, you can get your bomb pops. All of that. All right, your Mike and Nikes, your lemon heads, your Sour Patch, your Alexander the Grapes. You could get all of that. Your Big League Chew gum. They had it all. 7-Eleven was your friend. When no one else was open, 7-Eleven was open. They didn't care. And then throughout the years, they reinvented themselves. They said, we're not really making so much money just, selling these Annihilators. What we need to do is we need to start selling gas, and we also need to start selling lottery tickets. So 7-Eleven started selling gas and lottery tickets. So now, when the gas station was closed on Sunday, 7-Eleven was open. When you needed something, 7-Eleven was there for you. But who would have ever thunk? I would have never thunk it. Not in these days and times. That 7-Eleven, a 7-Eleven location, will be going out of business. bankrupt, that a McDonald's will be closing its doors and going out of business. And the top of now, if that's not bad enough, if that don't get your attention, if McDonald's doesn't get your attention, if the old school commercials with the hamburglar doesn't get your attention, y'all, you know the commercials. Keep your eyes on your fries or they disappear like this. You remember that commercial? You know it. You know it. Come on now. You remember all the little characters, all the little French fry characters, and the hamburger running across the screen, you know? Y'all know them commercials by heart. I know I ain't the only one. Don't try to play me and think I am not the only one that remembers that, okay? So you would have never think it. But now in this day, in the 2020s, you got McDonald's locations and 7-Eleven locations closing up shop. Wow. And to top it off, if that wasn't enough, what about bank branch locations? And I don't mean some little mom and pop bank that's been there since you were a little boy, a little girl. I ain't talking about that. I am talking about the big five, the big branches. When you see a bank branch location shut its doors, you got to ask yourself, why is that? What's really going on? Now, I have seen bank branches relocate, like, okay, we're going to move from this location because we found a better location with better traffic. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that a lot. I've seen that. But I have not seen a bank branch just close down. Just, I'm done. Like they wring their hands and say, we're done, and just lock the door. We're done. We're out of here. That's wild, man. Now, some people would say, well, I mean, in the hood, things like that happen. Businesses come and go. I ain't talking about the hood. I'm talking about the middle class and the upper middle class suburbs. The people that's sitting on multi-million-dollar farms with 500 plus acres of land and cattle. All right, and sheep and goats and alpacas and llamas on the grounds. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the hood. I'm talking about the suburbs, man. The burbs. What's up with that? Okay. How about this one? Mayor McCheese always says cheese, please, when he orders a cheeseburger at McDonald's. Y'all remember that one? I used to live for them Happy Meals, man. I couldn't wait to see what toy was in the box. But you know what? Be that as it may, what I'm about to show you next is no laughing matter. It's time to get serious. I got to show you something because we are staring down the abyss, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks quite spooky ooky. So what I did was I was digging in the crates. Okay, I was digging in the crates on Friday. And, when you dig in them crates, sometimes you come out with a gem. Sometimes you be finding stuff. I mean, you just be finding stuff. And it's quite interesting what you find. And I have found that not only has the American people been duped, but I'm about to show y'all something that's about to knock your socks off. Now, I gave you a glimpse of it on Friday. I did that little emergency broadcast on Friday, and I gave you a little taste. When you go to your dashboard at PulseWaveTrading.com, by the way, the reports have been out. So you go to PulseWaveTrading.com, you'll see your dashboard. And you're going to see that you may see some changes. You may see something that may jump off the page on you. Don't be scared. That's just some stuff that Papa Dex did for you. I hooked you up. I blessed you. I added some new little features. some new alerts, and I think you're going to find it extremely helpful. Now, looking at this chart of the US dollar, this is the weekly chart. This is what how the dollar ended the week. It ended it on a bullish note. We hit new weekly highs and all that jazz, right? But there's something else going on too. You're getting back to this old high you made back in 2020 when it hit 102.99. 102.99 on the week that ended March the 20th of 2020. All right. So a year and a month ago. Now, I did warn when the dollar was all down here. I said, they're going to take it back up to par. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks par because of all the drama going on. Well, that's exactly what it has done. But have you noticed anything weird on my screen? Have you noticed the bottom of the screen? You see a bear here, ladies and gentlemen. A little cute little red grizzly bear. Now, let me explain. I've been working. I've been digging into crates, and I've been working. I've been looking at some stuff. And I think you would be surprised to know that there are these really major macro cycles in the markets that prop up from time to time. Now, I warned that there was a major algo shift coming and that it was going to be a doozy. Well, that's because it is, and it's already here now. It's already started. The bottom of my screen says bearish, red zone, bear market. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, is this dude drunk? Is he high? How is it a bear market when the dollar has rallied from 89 all the way up to 101? How is that a bear market? Well, you probably forgot that I mentioned to you that markets have a way of pulling the wool over your eyes. Just because something is above the cumulo cloud doesn't mean necessarily that you're in a bull market. Now, on a daily chart, you could say, yeah. But on the weekly and monthly chart, it's altogether something different. And these are not your run-of-the-mill charts that you get with your charting program package that you pay for or that your broker provides. No. These are algo charts. Algo charts tell the truth 100% of the time, even if you don't want to hear it. What the system is saying, what the pulse waves are saying, is that what you are seeing is fake. Yes, Thomas, you get a gold star. It is a violent bear market rally. That's right. But we're about to go deeper. Are you ready for this? Here we go. Let's go back. Remember, these are weekly charts, not daily charts. Let's go back. Let's see if we can find the last time we were in a bull market in the dollar. I'm going back. The bottom of the screen still ain't changed yet. That's kind of scary. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 1986. This says the week ending January the 3rd of 1986. You're like, what? The market fell from 130. That's when it started falling. 130. It closed at 124.52 the weekend in January 3rd of 1986, before most of you were probably even born. Now, let's go back to the present. I'm trying to find when officially, according to the Algos, all right, according to the Algos, is there anywhere? Where are we? Where are we going? That's a good question, ladies and gentlemen. That's a very good question. Where are they going? I don't know. In other words, if you haven't figured it out, what the system is saying to you is that everything you have seen since 1986 is a lie. It's not a real bull market. It's fake. It's money printing. In other words, you have never seen a bull market in this security. Ouch. It's all the feds pumping up the markets. It is fake. It is like a super grand cyclical bear market. And all you're seeing is a bear market rally. You're seeing a market in the throes of a bear. You've never really been in a bull market. This is over the top. Think about it. Yes, that is correct, Thomas. You sold out the dollar to get higher stock prices for the last 30-something years. Yes. Yes. Just like how DJ Red Alert used to say it. Yes. To answer your question. All right. So this is just the dollar, though. Surely that's just because, the petrodollar and blah, 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 right? Surely that's all that. That's what that is, right? Surely. Well, let's look at the Dow. Here's how the Dow finished the week. The Dow in the Algo chart, according to the weekly Algo chart, the Dow is in a bear market and has been in a bear market since the week ending in January the 7th, 2022. The last trading day, December of 2021 last year, ended your bull market. How long did your bull market last according to the Algo charts? Well, let's just see here. Still green, still green, still green. Where are we now? We are in, this here is the week ending April the 5th, 2002. Something happened here, ladies and gentlemen. Class, do you know what it is? Can you tell me what it is? Are you ready? You're learning something here today. The stock market. Since 9/11, when the Department of Treasury and the Federal Reserve and all these central banks of the world got together and decided they were going to resuscitate Uncle Sam. They said, Uncle Sam, you ain't dying today. You're not dying on my watch, Uncle Sam. You're going to live. Breathe, boy. Breathe. Come on. You're not dying on me. Come on. Keep your eyes open. Stay with me. Stay with me. And they pulled out the paddles, the helicopter propeller paddles, and they did a QE emergency QE surgical procedure, and they just kept pumping and pumping. You are the class valedictorian today, Tom. You know that, right? You blowing up over there, man. You killing them. All right, so you have never seen a bear market yet in stocks since 9/11. What am I saying? What I am saying to you is when the government decided to rescue the United States, when it defaulted, when it became bankrupt for the first time in its existence on September the 11th of 2001, the Fed and the central banks and the Department of Treasury got together and said, we're going to make this thing work. And they created an artificial bull market. So the Dow has been in a bull market since after 9/11. What does that really mean? I hope you are hearing what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is the bull market of the 1990s was not allowed to die. It died. It got shot. It got shot in the head in the year 2000 when the Nasdaq bubble bursted. Dude was shot in the head, but they kept him on life support. And then when 9/11 happened, what happened was while he was in the hospital in the ICU, hooked up to machines from getting shot in the head, he was still alive barely. The assailant snuck into the hospital, snuck into the ICU, and put a couple more bullets in him. All right. So the patient was pronounced dead as the doctors and nurses rushed in after they heard the gunshots. They rushed in, they saw their patient who was barely clinging to life after the NASDAQ bubble bursted in 2000. Now the patient has passed away, and they got a flat line on the monitors. The assailant got away. He's never been captured. And what happened was they said, okay, we have to save this man. Uncle Sam he had crashed right there in the ICU, hooked up to the machines. So they said, okay, we're going to use an unorthodox method. This has not been FDA approved, but we do have a cure. We have a cure for what ails him. We're going to bring him back to life. And that's what they did. They gave him the QE. It's called QE Infinity. They pumped him full of QE Infinity, and Uncle Sam leaped off of that hospital bed, a recovered man. Instantly, he was recovered instantly. Okay. And this picked up where it left off. The stock market just picked up where it left off on 9/11. It just picked right on up. Just bounced right on up. So the 90s never stopped, ladies and gentlemen. You've been in a bull market since 9/11. All right. Uncle Sam was resuscitated. And you have not stopped to be in a bull market until now, this year, 2022. Do you know what this means? Have you any idea what this means? Some of you, under the sound of my voice, have never seen a bear market in the stock market because you weren't alive. So you don't remember prior to the great bull of the late 90s. But it never stopped. You didn't miss it. It never stopped. You've been enjoying that bull market since then. And now the bear is alive. He is awakened from hibernation. Do you know what this means, ladies and gentlemen? If not, I'll spell it out for you. First of all, see this green thing at the bottom? You notice how the buying has all but left the market? It's gone. It vanished on the weekly chart. No, the bulls have left the building. The last of the bulls have left the building. And now you're going deeper into the Kumo cloud of death, consolidation, and confusion. The Dow, I want you to hear what I'm about to say to you because you're not going to want to believe it. Unless they do something to reverse this bear market that we have not seen, some of you in your lifetime, this is going to get catastrophically ugly. The Dow could fall all the way back below 10,000. We're talking about a 90% destruction of price in the Dow. That would be catastrophic. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't like to be the bearer of bad news. I just tell you what like it is. Your stock market is in trouble. The Dow is telling you you're in trouble. You've been in a bear market since this year started and you haven't even noticed. That is scary. So now you want to know, well, what about Bitcoin? Well, let's be honest. Bitcoin, as far as the futures contract, is a new instrument. It ain't been a long time since it's been here. So let's just go back to as far as when it first started. Okay, so let me just pull it up for you. It came into being basically around Trump's administration. So that puts us around here, that 2016 period, right? So here we are. Here's your Bitcoin. Okay. Ran up, and now you are in a bear market. So your Bitcoin has been in a bear market all this time too, even when it ran up to those new highs. I'm telling you what I know. I know it doesn't make any sense to you. It's scary. I know. You want to say you got to be bugging because, Bitcoin, it's about that, these are all-time highs. And even though it pulled back, it's a bull market. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you have not yet seen a bull market in Bitcoin. What does this mean? It means that if Bitcoin is going to run, guess what? You could see Bitcoin, you could see $1 million Bitcoin. That's not out of the question. 200,000, 500,000, a million. Yeah, I think that day is coming. Because everything you've seen up to this point, according to the Algo charts, is a fake market. It's a bear market. It's a pump and dump. It's a pump. It's fake. The system is saying it's fake. Look, the system picked up something on the week here. Right here. It picked up something on the week of November the 12th, 2021. The system picked up that it was possible. It was possible. It only lasted a week. Bitcoin went into an actual official algo bull market the week of November the 12th, 2021, when it broke 69,000. And then it immediately gave up the ghost. And that took that little green shoot with it. That was the first time Bitcoin has seen a bull market in the algo charts. That was a promising day. And then it got snuffed out. It got decapitated. So it had a chance. I believe that chance is going to come again, though. Why do I believe that? Because this weekly bar, the only week that Bitcoin futures has ever seen a bull market, happened for only a week. But the way it left that week is important because it left us a gift. It left you a note. Here it is right here. A massive bullish pointer on the week. All right. So the girl you had the one night stand with, she left, but she's coming back because she left you a gift. She knocks on your door and says, you have a son. All right. So this is that one night stand bar right here. It's going to come back around. This bullish pointer will come back around. It will be reconciled at some point in the future. And this will be taken out. 69,000 will not be the high for Bitcoin. It will not even be close to the high in Bitcoin. But for now, you're still in a bear market, and the market's still trying to work itself out of this. All right? Still in a bear market, trying to work its way through it. It's struggling, but it's still in a bear market. I'm sorry. Everything you've seen has been pump and not real. And that's just the way it is. But don't just think I'm picking on Bitcoin and the dollar and the Dow. No, man, this is equal. This is equal. This is equal. I give everyone the business equally. All right, that's just what we do. That's just how we move. Let's pull up your S&P 500, your beloved S&P 500, ticker SPY. Around the same time as Bitcoin, the week of December the 31st of 2021, the S&P 500 SPY tried to do something. That for that week, the last trading week of the year, it actually got into the green zone and actually turned into a bull market for a week. That's right. It's not a massive bullish pointer, though, but it is a bullish pointer. And it did get taken out on the following week. All right. It got taken out. All right, it got taken out. This the higher of this bar is 479 even. The following week, the market went to 479.98. So it took it out. This is scary. This is scary. It's saying that you're done. The S&P 500 is done. You went deeper into the bear market. You just went pshoo. Now, from this hyper sell-off, the market came back, rallied, nice little bear market rally off the support low, right? On the weekly. And then it pulled all the way back down again. Now, this is the area that the market's going to try to defend. The bulls are going to try to defend it. I think the market's about to crack, ladies and gentlemen. You have been in a bear market in the S&P 500 since, let's see, since the week ending February the 19th of 1993. Wow. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird. That's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. But that's what it says. So all this is just pumping and madness. Just madness. Carry over from the go-go 90s and then carry over from 9/11. All you've been seeing is artificial. So this is crazy. I'm not sure about that. Will Bitcoin get smashed down along with the equities and gold and silver? I don't know. That's a good question. I really don't know the answer to that one. I just know that whatever happens, the pulse waves will let you know ahead of time. I know that you'll be among the first people to be put on the right side of the market. All right, so I had to show you guys this, and then here's another one. Look at this Facebook. Look at the Facebook. Facebook had a longer time of being bullish, but one of our subscribers in the trade room said that Facebook was fake and was going to eventually be exposed. I said, okay, let's see what's up. It finally cracked. It cracked the week ending September the 17th of 2021, and look how far it's fallen. It has fallen from a $400 stock all the way down to 164. Ouch. That hurt. That hurt. All this selling. Look at these new weekly lows. Wow. Sell signal. Then the market just gave it up. Just gave it all up. Had a nice little bear market rally. And then the bears came back and said, give me that. Yeah, man. This is looking ugly, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to find something happy. Maybe Tesla is doing good. Let's see. Let's look at Tesla. Bear market? Tesla's in a bear market? Get out of town. Yep. Bear market. Was it ever in a bull market? Nope. Not in the last several years. Nope. 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 You can't make this stuff up, man. But guess what's been in a bull market, ladies and gentlemen? Bonds. Another highly manipulated market by the Fed and the Treasury. It's been in a bull market, probably going all the way back to 9/11. Oh, yep. See, here you go. This is 2002. Yep. So since August of 2002, this market has been bullish too, along with the Dow. Now, you guys know this. Come on now. This is impossible. Bonds can't rally with the stock market. Bonds are supposed to be a flight to safety. Equities is risk on. Bonds is risk off. How can you say all this money was flowing into equities and bonds at the same time? Because what the Fed could not allow is for the bond market to collapse, because that's what would have happened. All this money would have been flowing into the equity market, and people would have been dumping bonds for the last 20 plus years, and that would have destroyed the bond market. So they had the Treasury had to come in there with the Fed and say, just keep buying bonds every month, please, and don't stop. So anytime you see the bonds going up, that's the Federal Reserve buying. All right. That's just how it is. Now, if you don't believe me, ask yourself this question. Why is it that here we are more than 20 years after 9/11 and you still can't short TLT? Shares are not available for shorting. I can short Bank of America. I can short Apple. I can short pretty much anything I want. But when it comes to TLT, you cannot short it. You cannot. You guys have a question. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. All right, here's your Litecoin. All right, Litecoin has been flat on this weekly chart. It's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything. Little tiny micro bursts and bubbles. You got a little micro rally, a little micro sell-off, micro rally, micro sell-off. Not anything really going on here. All right, and it's in a bear market. It has a bearish bias to the market and increasing selling pressure coming in to start off the week. A lot of these markets are just struggling, you know. XRP Ripple, same thing. Bear market, the beginning of another bear leg down to start off the week. Ouch. Looking at Theta. All right, as you know, my weekly is not working on Theta. I got to use the daily. So looking at the daily, we got a what? Look at this. You have a giant grizzly bear in the Theta market. This bear wasn't that big in the other markets, but in this one, he's huge. He's a grizzly bear, Smokey the Bear. And it's saying the market's about to fall off and roll off the cliff. Man, this thing could go into the negative territory. I think the price action is chasing this bearish pointer from back here from February. So, ouch. It's not a lot of good news here. How about gold? Gold is in a bear market, and it's about to crash and burn here to start the week off. That's not good. Silver hat was green for a minute, but really wasn't getting any production. Now it's officially bearish and looks to start the week off short too. So anyway, that's all I got for now, you guys. I just wanted to show you some real things concerning these markets, because I know a lot of people like to play games and lie. But, you know, I have to show you what the Algo charts say, you know. And I'd rather know the truth than to be told a lie. And I think it's a lie, you know. So it is what it is. You don't have to like it, but it is facts. So this is what we're doing, man. It's what we're looking at. So now I got to make some decisions. I'm going to go ahead now and do the trade journal. So for anyone who is a subscriber to the PulseWave reports, you will have access also to the trade journal. And I do trade journals every day. Okay, so all members get access to tonight's trade journal. All right, that's one of the great reasons to sign up on a night like tonight, because I think this week's going to be on and popping, and you don't want to miss it. All right, smash that like button, and I'm about to go now and prepare to do the live trade journals. See what we're going to get into. I think there's some good opportunities here, and I can't wait to dive in. With that being said, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I am out. Peace.